Alright, I am now going to teach you how to complete the square in a couple simple steps. When we work with completing the square, we want to find our base equation, which is x squared plus bx. That's what we're trying to find. Now once we get there, there are a few simple steps we can do to complete the square no matter what. Your first step is to find 1/2 of your b term. Now once you find 1/2 of your b term, you're going to want to square the answer you get from the 1/2 of your b term. And then once you have that answer, you will add that to the end of your x squared plus bx. So if we call that c, it'd be x squared plus bx plus c. Pretty simple. Let's try an example. Example 1. Complete the square by finding the value of c, x squared plus 16x plus c. So now we're going to do step 1. Find 1/2 of our b term, 16. So 16 over 2 is 8. Now with step 2, we're going to square our b term. So 8 squared is 64. Now step 3, we're just going to add that to the back of our x squared plus bx, where our c would be, and that gives us x squared plus 16x plus 64. Now you don't want to simplify that because that's not the technical answer. So the best way to do that is to take your just your x right here, drop it down, and take the answer you get from step 1, 8, put it there, and square it. Simplest way to do it. Now example 2. Same thing, just trying a little time, not running out the steps though. Find the value of c by completing the square. X squared plus 14x plus c. So what we're going to do is we're going to find our 1/2 of b, 14 over 2, squared. So 14 over 2 is 7. We're going to square that, which gives us 49. So we have x squared plus 14x plus 49. Or your simplified term, where you just drop your x down, take your answer from step 1, right there, that's 7, and square it. Pretty easy, right? That's what I thought. Now, solve me an equation by completing the square. Here we have our equation, x squared plus 10x minus 11 equals 0. We're going to try to solve that by completing the square. So step 1, just to write out your equation, could always do. Step 2, we want to get down to our x squared plus bx form. So we're going to add this 11 to our other side to get down to our x squared plus bx. So we have x squared plus 10x equals 11. Now we're going to complete our square to get our c term there, like we have before. So we take 1/2 of 10, which is 5, and square it to get 25. But you can't do something to just one side of the equation, you have to do it to both sides. So you have to add the 25 there as well. So here we simplified that, take our x down, take our 5 we got from 10 over 2 there, and square it, and 11 plus 25 is 36. Now here, we want to get rid of this pesky little squared, so we're going to square this side and this side. So we have x plus 5 equals positive or negative 6. Now here, x is then equal to 1 or negative 11. How we found that was by subtracting 5 from positive 6, subtracting 5 from negative 6. Most teachers would like you to write it like this, which reads x such that x is equal to negative 11 or 1. Now, the final thing we have to do is imaginary numbers. Imaginary numbers are usually pretty tricky, but for this, they're pretty simple. So our equation is x squared plus 8x plus 22 equals 0. We're going to solve that by completing the square. So we're just going to round out our problem as usual. We are going to subtract our 22 to get to our x squared plus bx form. We're going to complete our square. So we get 8 divided by 2, which is 4, square that is 16. Add our 16 to both sides. So then we have x plus 4 squared equals negative 6. So then from there we get rid of our squared sign, so we have x plus 4 equals square root of negative 6, which is an imaginary number, so we write it in our imaginary form, I radical 6 equals x plus 4. So then we're going to subtract our 4 from here, so we get x equals negative 4 plus I radical 6, and x equals negative 4 minus I radical 6. And that's everything you need to know for completing the square.